Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us this morning. At 9 a.m., we will close our social media and continue on Zoom only. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. We will be there until 10 a.m. You can join us now, and we'll see you in the Elizabeth Zoom room. Today, your hosts are Mama Raziya Curtis, Andrea Hetheru, and Deetra Covington. Enjoy. Grand Rising!
Grand Rising,
Again, I missed y'all yesterday. Oh my goodness.
Felt kind of weird.
I didn't know what to do with myself.
Oh my goodness. I had a great day though. Yesterday was some good people. I spoke. One was new, met a new sister when I was with Nawili, and that conversation was like, whoa. And then I spoke with a friend who is an elder to me, and he was, or he is the historian for Motown.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's been there since the beginning, and his connections and his wherewithal, his knowledge is 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 magnificent in the arts industry and in the real estate.
Okay.
And he was just, whoa. I shared my vision with him. I called him actually about my music, because he's always said, which would surprise me when he said it, I'm waiting on you and Philip to give me some music, and I was like, whoa, okay. That was years and years ago, but he would say it ever so often, which would remind me of that. So I called to share that I'm ready.
Okay.
We're at the last stages. And what did he have, what his thoughts were, and he immediately went into what he's going to do for us that he doesn't do, like, something $50 for something he charges others $3,000,
Ooh.
and he gets it, and the level of the people that he works with. And then he went into other details, and then I shared about my program LEAP and the building that we're looking at getting. And he went into all of that, and just like he just has the package.
Oh.
And the sister that we met that afternoon, she has another package, of what I need for the community and such, and the passion, both of them, the passion around what they're doing. So that was amazing. And went down and met the sister that I know that now Willie and them are going to bring on at some point, that did the picture that you all saw. Did y'all see her picture? I don't know. Did you post it, Nawili, in the group? She's walking. She's outside walking.
Yes.
Are you
She
talking
moving
about?
around.
Are you talking about? Did not this one? Is it some work that she did or some artwork you talking about?
No, it's a picture of her. We'll find it and post it. I'll find it. But anyway, this sister, she does amazing. She wraps you in all kind of different, material, and then she just takes a picture of you, and then she does her magic. So I haven't seen it. She just takes a picture, and then all of a sudden, but she did the most amazing picture of Nawili, and it's like, what's that woman's name that they always talk about, that takes a picture she is a picture of her. Oh, it's a white woman. She's usually in black. It's a historical picture. Anyway, this picture, when you see of Nawili, is absolutely fabulous.
Okay.
Absolutely fabulous. And anyway, so I'll find it and pull it up and show.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yes.
Oh yeah, a goddess picture.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Wow, serene.
Yes.
Serene.
Yes. And
Wow.
amazing. Amazing. So anyway,
Mm.
I went down and met her, and then she pulled,
Oh my
tells me
God.
to get in the chair, and oh, you got it?
Oh my God.
Yes, exactly.
Is it a painting, Noelle?
No, she took the picture, and
It looks like a
she's in
painting.
front of,
Yeah,
go ahead.
great day, everyone. She
Great
takes
day.
a picture in this room that has the most incredible natural light. I call it the womb room. And
Okay.
then she takes a picture with her cell phone or pictures and her camera. And I, I'm sorry, excuse the noise. I'm out walking. And then she does her magic. You, everyone has to experience it. It's it's an experience.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank
Well, her
you.
background is not there. She's in front of just a white wall, and then she does her stuff.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking forward to seeing what she does. I didn't even have my makeup on and stuff, so I'm gonna go back when I have my makeup on too, but I want to see, because now Willie doesn't have any makeup and stuff, and that is just uh
The essence of her hands. That is so Nawili. That I really love the essence of her hands.
uh-huh.
The art tools. I love it. Yeah, it looks like some people have been doing these similar with it. They take a photo and it goes like just at the brink of becoming a painting. It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
it's like a mix, like right before the switch over. I love this. A friend of mine used to do my pictures similar to this. The technique
Mhm.
I know, but the essence of this, the leafing, the layers, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's just
Breathtaking.
so yeah, yesterday was really just wonderful. And then when the brother um when he said, I'm in.
Mm.
When I told him about the project and stuff, I mean, he comes with the full package on that
Wow.
level, on the level of Beyonce, on the level of, all of them. He said, I come with that. And then the how to secure the building and stuff. Uh,
Wow.
he works with the man that's over, his name is Strathers. He has a Strather Academy, and that's all about real estate. And so they have a program where I can get into that program, and he will personally walk me through. He will be my personal
Oh,
coach. So this is big for me because I not only do I want to be comfortable in making this deal and stuff, I want the community to know that I know what I'm doing, and who
yes.
are investing to know that I have a awesome team. Oh man,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And like I said, I talked to your girl, Deetra. Um,
Oh, oh my God, what's that child name? Begin with a J.
yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
yeah, about CEOing.
Okay.
being the CEO of it, because she just has the perfect personality. And I know she has the skills. And she said, I know everybody. So,
Right, right.
so it is really coming together, because I've realized that I am the visionary.
Yes.
I'm not the one to run the whole thing.
Right.
I am the speaker of God to say this is what the
Yes.
vision is, and the vision being that everything we do is for the community, and
Oh,
that
yes.
everybody in that building is in it for the community, and we all work together. So you don't just come and rent space.
Right.
Yeah, we can go into each other's space like what we do here, right? And what's best for us, what's best for the community, and bringing in and teaching all kind of stuff. And the other, and when I met the sister yesterday, and she was talking about their whole program, and which is already running, but I think they're in Ypsilanti or somewhere else. They're in somewhere else. And I said, well, wouldn't you like to have a space in Detroit to do that, to teach, the family gardening, to teach about survival? And they have a kit for survival. They teach how to stop bleeding, and because they go into the critical areas of the city, and they bring those things to them, the kit for that, for survival. Somebody gets shot, somebody get hurt, you have it, and you have the understanding and the knowledge and the wherewithal to stop that bleeding and to do those things. So they already have that all put together, and how to grow your food, and so on and so forth. So,
Oh, wonderful.
oh man, I was like, and she just was rolling on and on and on. I think we tapped into her passion. You think?
Yes, right.
Of course, we told her about Elizabeth. So anyway, so that was my day yesterday, and then I went down to the jazz festival, and then I was able to hang out 2 days with my little grandbabies. That was
Aw.
yeah, that was really cool. So I'm ready
There
to
was a
go.
jazz festival.
You didn't have performance, Queen? You all didn't perform?
Mm-mm,
We gotta
mm-mm.
get y'all on the ticket. That's
Oh, next year I told my husband, I said, we've got to, let's make that commitment that you are on the ticket, because we saw some people that were kind of like his, they were
mentees.
kids playing with him, and stuff. And I said, see, oh, they're on the ticket. And I said, next year, even if it's not me doing our songs, because our songs are not jazz, it will be jazz. My husband got some jazz stuff, and I sing jazz. So
Thank you. Like I said, y'all. I said y'all. I wasn't
y'all,
saying one. I'm
yeah,
saying both.
doing jazz, doing our jazz and stuff. And because I said, I can ride on my husband, because he's got awards and he's known and all that stuff. And then he brings his wife who has her little popularity.
I don't like that word. I don't like that little word.
Has
I don't like
has her own popularity.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, thank you for correcting me. And anyway, so yeah, next year it's on and popping, because I'm going to learn. And with this brother, he can put us into all kinds of things. So I'm really super, super excited. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Lolly. And I shall turn it over to the host today, Mama Hetheru and Dietra, Mama Dietra.
Yeah. Hey, hey.
Well, grand rising, everybody.
Grand Rising.
Rising those seen and unseen.
Yeah, and just to give you something to think about, today's discussion is going to be on letting go of your child as they become an adult. And that can mean anybody. It doesn't have to be a child, but as people change, even your parents, sometimes they change as they get older, so but you have to be able to adjust to the change, because they go through things too. So just think about a couple of things you want to talk about in your life that can be an inspiration to us all. And I think Mama Het is going to read a little something and get us moving, maybe. Would you? Okay, all right.
All of that. So, let's see, what order? I like to let spirit lead. Let's do some movement first.
Okay.
A bit. So, I want to first of all give thanks for one more day.
Yes.
And for the last couple of days, we've had to be our own sunshine. So remember to be the light that you need and the sun that you need, because I'm like, what is going on? They blocking it out like crazy because of the solar flares that are happening. But anyway, that's another show. So we'll be light by casting movement and doing that. So what I want to work on today is our chest. The movement, we're going to imagine ourselves being a horizontal energy and thinking as if we're records on a record player. I don't know. Does everybody know what a record player is? I don't know.
Yes.
Lolly didn't know what a record. She's the youngest.
So they sit horizontally and they move in a circle. Okay? So the movements that we're going to do they're going to seem a little awkward for some, and that's fine. But they're called isolations. Okay, Lolly said she has you. I used to have one. A record or a record player? No, I'm playing. Okay. She said she used to have one, so she knows what I'm talking about. Okay. But the imagination of being horizontal in our movement, and then we're going to turn our movement vertical. Okay? So we'll do horizontal first. Let's see. Let me see. Do. Just a moment, everybody. My library isn't up, and we have to use certain movement. I got a lot going on in this background. There's a lot going on. I'm just going to use the bowls for now. We'll just use the bowls.
Okay. Take your time.
I am. Oh, I am. I'm good. I was just talking through it.
Okay.
So still be mindful of this movement that I am speaking of. We're just going to do the bells because I've got a lot of competition for sound here. Of course, they're working on things today on Tuesday. All right, so what we want to do is think of an isolation. So we're only going to move the top half of our body, if you will. We want to keep the bottom half still. So if you're sitting, that's good, or you can stand, what have you. But what I want you to notice is that you can move your body, you can push your chest through, and I want you to exaggerate, but not to put yourself in any pain. So you are acting as if someone is giving you energy in the center of your back and pushing forward. What I'm doing is I have my hands on my knees, and so I'm using that for the resistance. So my body is going in a cave. Black is terrible to teach for dance. That's terrible. Bad color because you can't see. So my back is caved in, and then I'm going to push back as if someone is giving me light through my chest. So now I'm here. This is cat and cow and yoga. Inhale out, and then exhale, going back. Okay, so your pelvis is tilting and tucking. So that's pushed out and pull back. Okay? Nice round shape, but exaggerate, okay? So just keep doing that. Inhale up and exhale back. All right. Now we're going to go to the side. These are called slides. Okay. So it can be difficult for a slide because most people want to do this whole body. We are chopping. We're just moving the chest. So when you think about moving your chest, you want to push side. So one shoulder kind of goes up, the other goes down when you're pushing one direction, and then push the other direction. And you can feel your chest moving. It's almost like a typewriter. Y'all know what typewriter is?
I know, right?
Word processor. All right, so you guys got that. So you'll feel that, okay? All right. So now we're going to move in a circle. You're going to push forward, to the right, to the back.
Reload face with heart
To the
shape
left.
eyes.
And
FaceTime
front.
video.
And right. And back. And left. Try to keep both your cheeks on. Keep both your cheeks on the chair. Don't lift up. And back. And left. And front. And right. And back. And left. And you'll see what's happening to your body. Now you're going to smooth it out. Take it all the way around. Feel your horizontal record going.
You got me going in circles.
Yes. Down, 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 down.
Going around
And round
I
I go.
go.
Good job. All right. Let's go the other way. And now we're going to go forward and left and back. You can go whatever direction you want. Just make sure it's the opposite way. It doesn't matter if you're on the same as me. That's okay. When I teach dance, hey, everybody has their own sentence sometimes. We just want to make sure that we do both sides. Okay, all right, keep going. Out front, to the left, to the back. You should hear your body snapping. If you hear those pops happening, that is the gas between your vertebrae. That's that sound. It's releasing. And your body is saying, thank you for moving me today. So now we're going to smooth it out all the way around. Let's think of another circle song. We got another circle song? I don't know, but I like that one. Who sang that, Sheila? Who sang that? You got me going and saying, dun 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 dun.
I don't know.
Round and round I go. I'm falling over you. Is that song?
For you.
Mhm. Yes.
All right. Now, Deidre, I see you moving, but you want to exaggerate it so you can feel it. I want you to feel it later. You're going to remember this later.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
working
ma'am.
on around. Now, let's go the other way a little faster. Round and round and round. Yes. All right, other way. Take it the other way.
I like the sound effects.
That helps me. We're taught in African dance. Mama Fabayo tells us to sing the movement so you can connect with it more. Okay, now we're gonna do this illusion of lifting, and now we're gonna turn our circle vertical. Same aspect. Now, this one is a chest lift. We'll want to do the whole. You're going to touch your belly, and I want you to pull in your tummy real fast. Pull it in and hold it, and then push it out. Let the belly just do what it do. Pull it in and let it go. You feel that whole chest cavity moving up and down?
Yep.
All right, now we're going to do it. Lift and drop. And lift and drop. Pull it in, push it out. Pull it in, push it out. These are your chest lifts. These are your little magical things when we do belly dance. Pull it in, push it out. And then do a little faster. Now this is going to burn after a while, which is very good for you. All right, now again, we still have our side to side, okay? So now what's going to happen is we're going to go up, over, down. We call this one a diamond now, okay? So you're going to lift, shift to the right, and drop it down and go to the left. Lift, shift, drop, shift. Lift, shift, drop, shift. Yes, show the difference. Let the girls lift and fall. And then you want to smooth it out. So it's now you're breathing a little easier. Like I said, I'm using my knees to help with the resistance. All right. And then we'll go the other way. And we're drop. We're right. We're lifted. We drop. Slide. Drop. Slide. Lift. Slide. Drop. Slide. You should feel this in the upper part of your body. You're like, ooh, it's burning. Now smooth it out. You keep your shoulders where they go. All right. All right. Ta-da! And next Tuesday we'll do our hips. Okay. So that was our horizontal and our vertical movement. So you'll feel that a little later. And as we're sitting, I want you all to every once in a while just do a check. Elongate that spine. Pull those shoulders back. Chin up. Better seating.
Mhm.
So that we can keep these spines. Mama Tanae said our spine is our lifeline. And movement is the lotion for the motion, baby. All right. Okay, so our, I'll pull a card and then Queen Aduni will share our meditation for today from Sister Goddess. And she did it this morning. It's so beautiful and so on point. So today I'm going to be pulling from the card deck of the Getting into the Vortex with Esther and Jerry Hicks. I like these guys. I like these people. These
Yeah.
energies.
Too.
Teachings of Abraham.
Yes.
Okay?
Nice.
Relationship cards. Getting into the vortex. All right, let's see let me see. It's number days. What day is this today? The 6th?
Yeah.
Pull the 6th card from the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I got a good shuffling in today. All right. Today's card says, I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. Okay? I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. If we were contemplating an action that caused negative emotion, we would not proceed with the action until we had resolved the negative emotion. We would make sure that we had come into alignment with Source before proceeding. By feeling for the improved thought in time, and usually in a short time, you will feel the harmony of your Source, and you will know the appropriateness of your behavior. We would not look for the long list of right and wrong, but instead we would feel for the emotion of alignment with Source. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yes.
Right and wrong is subjective.
That's true.
It's about doing what's best in the moment. And a lot of people, a lot of us, I'll say us, for me and the selves I possess, if I were you, no, you weren't me and you weren't there, and close it. Because you don't know
Right.
what you would do. Please don't, just save it. Like this says, check with Source before you make that decision. And
Right.
it don't take a long time. We don't have a whole lot of time.
Yeah. Great point. Great point. Woo-wee.
Ooh, I'm looking at I listen to a lot of conversation and watching different situations and things. And I wonder to myself, a lot of people get to feel in a certain way when they get at near the end of a relationship, and we're always looking at the other when we made decisions up here early.
Right.
And I'm just going to call out the things that have been bothering me, because I hear conversations, I hear people defaming and wanting to put people in this light, but they don't talk about their contribution. Did you get into a
Right.
relationship because you wanted to manipulate someone and it didn't go the way that you wanted it to
Right.
go? And now you're going to say that they did something to you and want
Right.
to end their life and want to make sure that they are hurt and the whole world wants to hurt them with you? Are we accepting those things that we were dealing with a person that said they may not have wanted a child and it was one come anyway? Now, if you say that, you got to mean it and do something about that to prevent it. So that's not one fault of one person,
That's right.
even
And
though
I
it only
think
take one person to make the prevention. But I'm just saying, how did you begin this? What were your intentions on the beginning of this relationship? Whether you're going to some job, starting a career, what were your intentions?
and
Because
Mother now Whitley, she posted in one of the chat, I mean on the phone text, she posted that, we all go through some kind of, well, when we go through suffering, we got to look at how we played a part in it. And I thought
that's
that
right.
was
That's it.
profound. Yes.
That's what provoked my conversation today. I was thinking about that, and I'm talking, and I'm looking at me. We're in this call out culture, and I know for a fact that I've seen or read about, and even talked to people who talked to me about how they were going about a thing, and now
Right.
you want to say that someone has done some harm to you.
Right.
But we don't talk about what our part was. So in the call out culture, and I think somebody mentioned this, one of my friends on Facebook, and that they're a friend in real life too, though. But that Teddy Pendergrass song, "You Can't Hide from Yourself,"
Right.
that's a good one right there. Everywhere you go, there you are.
There you are.
So
Yep.
so instead of calling other people out, maybe we need to start calling out the self.
Right.
You get, because you only recognize something that you know about. I'm just
Take a
saying.
look in the mirror. That's right.
All right. So that'll be good. My Queen Aduna, you can put on our little meditation. It's time to clear this energy up so we can get back on track. Back on track. Positivity and love. It's not all that, but we can sure do our part on keeping things in alignment.
Yes, amen. Amen. I mean, Ashe. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
New language. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Un momento, por favor.
So Sister Goddess did a meditation today about 5 or 6 hours ago, and it is on task. Let me mute my mic because I got a lot going on.
Greetings. My name is Goddess, and I would like to share with you a column that I write for the Detroit Native Sun.
Can you guys hear?
And the column is entitled Embracing the Goddess Within. And my topic is the future is now. This column was inspired because when we often think of the future, we think of the future as being somewhere off in the distance, when the future is within us. It is the seed, the idea that God has implanted within us to nurture and to give birth to. In order for there to be change on the planet, we must birth what God has given us. We're living in a time where one world is ending and a new world is emerging. And God has a plan, a vision, and that vision is the seed that He has planted within us. So I'd like you to read to you this article that I have written for the Detroit Native Sun entitled, The Future is Now. You have entered a doorway into a new dimension in time, and you carry within you the seed for the future. The seed is the vision for a greater experience of yourself and a greater experience of your life. In order to give birth to that seed, you must nurture it by thinking about it, by meditating on it every day, because your thoughts are prayers. You must also visualize it, because your vision is magnetic. You must also speak about it, because your words shift energy, create movement, and create change. You must also be willing to transform yourself. You must be willing to do and become whatever God is showing you in order to birth that seed and bring it into your physical reality. Even while living in the midst of a world filled with darkness, chaos, anger, fear, and despair, you must be willing to nurture and give life to that seed, that vision, that precious gift that God has given you. It is the only way that you can maintain and increase the spiritual light within you. The seed holds the vision, holds the blueprint, should I say, for your future. The seed also embodies within it your soul's growth and evolution. It is the change that you hunger for in silence. It is a spiritual awakening, a rebirth, a resurrection to becoming the greatest version and highest vision of yourself. You see, it is all a part of a master plan, sacred contract, an agreement that you made with God. That once the veils of illusions of this world were lifted, you would see the truth and would choose to no longer be a slave and desire to the desires and beliefs of this world, but you would become a powerful co-creator with God, and you would give birth to the future, the vision that God has implanted within you, and you would bring to life your piece of heaven to earth.
Wow, that was absolutely beautiful and so on time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It really was.
Mama Hathaway, is that something she wrote or is she reading from something else?
That's a both. She wrote it. She wrote the article for the Native Son.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's,
Okay.
but I wanted to use it for the meditation today because I thought it was so incredible. I just also wanted to share with you all that last Tuesday, God has shared with me after our session and said that she had not shared that story with anyone that she shared last week.
Oh,
That she was opened up by the Elizabeths, by the energy that was present, that she felt safe to. Because I've heard her vision of her dream that she had when she was a little girl about the lady, the women floating, and they had the garments
yes,
on them in
yes,
the light.
yes.
But I didn't know about her experience as a little girl. And
Okay.
yeah, so that was, it was really when we got off when we got off the call and we talked to each other, it was phenomenal. I was so full. I was really quiet during that whole session because I was in the mode. I was straight with my birth of Isis
Yeah.
right here in the room, and it really hit different because she was turning 21, so it was really different for me. So I was kind of like stuck between two worlds. I was stuck in the past, having
Right.
this baby, and in the present, listening to another child, if you will, be or energy coming forth. So it was really incredible to experience and be in a cipher of safety and in a space of, I don't know, sisterhood that just really embraced that whole moment for me. So
Well,
thank you.
thank you, Mama Heather, for sharing your feeling, your thoughts. Yes. But it was a powerful session. Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe it also, the energy of my daughter turning 21 is what
That's
inspired.
right. Right. You're right. Exactly.
Ta-da!
Yes.
Take it away, Deetra.
Okay, and you lay it right into what I wanted to talk about. Our children who are going. I have a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old son. And they both are grown now. And these are my little fellas. You know what I mean? They would go everywhere with me. And so, over the years, you know, I had to direct them, make sure they were safe, all of that. And now they're grown and they're both are staying in Georgia now. And I'm like, who's gonna take care of y'all? No, I don't say that, but I'm thinking, who's down there making sure y'all okay? But I'm learning to let go, and just cut the apron strings and say, is my prayers, I'm praying soul, and that, I just have to pray and make sure that, that things are okay for them, and that I'm so happy they're together. And I told them all of their lives, make sure you know that your brother has your back. If nobody else is in your corner, your brother will be there. So they seem to have heard that over and over, is that, they have to be there for each other. When I'm not around or your dad is not around, you have each other, guys, so. But it was interesting because the guys came home for a while for the, the youngest one was here for about 3 weeks. So I got to get a chance to be with him and it was fun. And then the older one came home. So this weekend they both were together. And so it kind of just made me realize and what's going on. And then I talked to Mama Head and she said she was celebrating her daughter's birthday. And I was like, oh my goodness, she in 21. That's, the age they really feel like grown, right? So yeah, so it was interesting. And I don't know if anyone else has went through situations where you had to see children or parents grow and move on to another level. Maybe with parents is different. It's not necessarily them moving to independence, of course, but almost like they revert back to being children, where you have to be really there for them, So does anyone else have something to share?
Well, I know having, I have one son, and Fame is now, he's about to turn 43 on the 12th of this month.
Okay.
And just watching him as he goes, through his life and stuff, and having to not compare what I would do, like, how I handled my men and my
Right.
relationships, and allow him to be who he is and learn from who he is being in his relationships. And then just yeah, just having to, well, one, there's a whole nother thing when you have sons and they begin to have relationships with
Right, yes.
and then just seeing, especially when children come into play. But where I found that I really didn't have to cut the cords with Fame. I've always given him a lot of freedom
Okay,
to make choices and stuff, and um, Fame, I mean, he'll tell you he's a mama's boy. And
okay.
not in a negative way, like we just have a great relationship with
Yes,
one
good.
another. And even when we've had some moments where it was like, the conversation was a little heated and stuff. And then I remember one time we were going at it, and then his voice got loud and my hand went like this, bring it down, just bring it down.
Exactly.
But where my challenge is that my mom was a single mother, 6 children. I had an older brother, 3 years older than me. So I don't even include him. But the 4 up under me,
Yeah,
the second child, and then there was Pam and Tyrell, the twins, and then there was Doris and Sharita.
okay.
And so even in growing up, if we had a babysitter, because I wasn't old enough to be by myself, I
Right,
had to have a babysitter, but who was doing the work, right? Your
right.
older sister, and she was just managing me, managing them, right? And
Yes,
so we were always very close, and my mom did not allow us to fight to the point where we don't speak to one another and stuff like that. Like some families,
right,
that was not going to happen. And but especially as we came here to Detroit, and they're working with me with the salon and all of that, as they're maturing and we're all growing up and we're all grown,
right.
I had to work on myself at cutting the cord with them, with my sisters and my
Okay,
brother, because I was like the second mom.
right,
So
right.
I basically helped raise them with my mother, and yeah, I had to cut the cord of and that God had to deal with me. I had to work with that, cutting
Yes,
that
yes.
cord, so um and we're still close together, and even now, and these decisions and stuff like that, I had to remind myself, oh no, they have their own life, they have their own children.
Right.
They're experiencing what they are with their children. I mean, Ty and Pam don't have children, so but Doris and Sharita and what they're going through. Yeah, I literally had to cut the cord. I had to
Yeah,
not be their mama. I had to
right.
not be their authoritative big sister.
Right. How did you feel doing that for you? How did it go? I mean, how was it to step back for you?
It was hard. That's why the spirit had to remind me, cut the cord. They're grown,
Okay.
cut the cord. And yeah, that was because you want the best for them, and what you think
Exactly.
you know what their tendencies are and how they make their decisions and why you're in this situation because blah blah blah. And then you look at your own self and what you're dealing with, and you like really you come to a point where really this is grace to release them, because I have enough to deal with my own self. And the other people
Yeah.
that are coming into my life, like my husband coming into my life and his whole family coming into our life,
Right. Right.
and the
Right.
people from your jobs, wherever you work and stuff, and dealing with all of that. So to release that was really grace that God gives us. And we think that it's you taking the power or oh, they so grown, well, you'll get it, whatever those attitudes are. Well,
Exactly.
but you just allow, and then you see God work out everything for them just as he does for you.
Yes.
That
Yes.
God will work,
Yes.
and that everybody has to have their own one-on-one They have to have their own experiences. They everybody that you like, they don't necessarily like them, you know, or want them
Right.
advice to them because of what they feel they need themselves. And I guess that's why it comes to the point for mothers in particular and those who care, but I'm gonna say mothers in particular, that you pray more than anything.
Yes,
You
yes,
pray
yes.
because they have to make their own choices, and it's based on the choices that they made before, their own experiences, so on and so forth. And
Exactly.
some things that I realized what would be my choice would not have been their choice for me.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so I have to honor, you know, honor that. But there is that freedom that comes when you really get down to the surrendering, that is really the best thing,
Exactly.
is to allow everybody to grow.
Yes. Because you grow in the process. You grow too. Yeah. We
Yeah,
grow, you know.
yeah. And it's such a relief when you really do it. It's like,
Ooh, I know, right?
yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. You will find out, you know, you've been this for them, you've been that, you've always provided for this, or you've always
Right.
blah, 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 blah. How they're gonna do it without me and all that. And you will find that they find a way,
They do. They do. They
find a way to get it done. And then you can just rejoice in what you have taught,
exactly.
what you have shared, and that I'll know that they will make the right decision because I know what I put in them, you know,
Right.
or that type of thing.
Oh, it's such a beautiful thing. You're right. And sister, I mean, Mama not Willie.
Yes.
Unmute yourself, baby. Yeah.
Yes. So I bought these flowers for everyone this morning,
Thank
including myself.
you.
And what I want to say is there is nothing like a mother's prayer. And a psychologist brother told me one day, he said, for a mother, we always pray without ceasing. So know that when you do that, that your beloveds are always covered. I just wanted to chime in.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yes.
Good talk. That's right.
And then our goal should always be to push them towards, to guide them towards their relationship with God,
Yes.
their
Yes.
own relationship with God. Not that I am the answer.
Right.
My friend told me one time, he said, he wanted something. He was, when he was young, he wanted something. And actually he was like in high school. And I said, well, why don't you ask your dad? You know, ask him. He said, I mean, because he's working, he's got it and stuff like that. Not Philip. Philip's his stepfather, has been in his life since he was 1. So
Okay.
that's all he knows. And but Guy, that's his father. He I said, well, why don't you ask Guy? Why don't you ask? He said, well, because I know if I ask you, you'll make sure it gets done. Even if you have to go through him, you know.
Right, right, right.
I know if I ask you, then you'll make sure it gets done, you
Oh,
know.
that is so funny because you know, my sons, I'm serious. Their father would be with me and we would be together and the boys would ask me to get some food. I'm like, your dad is right there. He was like, Ma, well, we know you gonna get us something. You know, my
Right.
dad might not do it, you know, he might say no. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, yeah. But cutting those strings is a constant thing. And it
Yes.
doesn't matter how old they get. I mean, even me, before my mama left, mama was mama. And you
Right.
can bet when mama said something, and she did a face, she was laying in the bed
Uh-huh.
at the nursing place. And I looked at, matter of fact, we and the nurse, we was standing over there and they was talking. And mama was laying in the bed. We kind of stepped out of the room.
Yeah.
Mama lifted her voice and said, what are y'all talking about? You know, in other words, I'm the mama here,
Right.
and I'm the patient here, and
Right.
I'm the elder here.
Exactly.
So, bring that conversation in here so that I can hear it. You know,
She was on top of it.
on top of it, so it never quits. It just, mama just prayed more, even more, without even
Right.
telling us, without asking us, just
Mhm.
being led by the Spirit, just to pray, Lord, keep my children, blah blah blah, my sisters,
Yes.
my brothers, and my
It's,
friends. Yeah, we pray more and more and more and more.
it's a
More
lifelong thing. It's
on our knees.
lifelong.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I wanted to share that having a child, you know, you hear the wife tales. What is it? It all come out in the wash, and
Mhm.
you really see another iteration of you with its own mind, because you're gonna see
Yes.
your children expressing a lot of the energies, and sometimes even influence of friends. You'll realize that you'll see some of your friends' energies in your babies,
Mm.
and that was something that was really mind-blowing for me. But with the ties, I don't know if I'm saying that it's cut. There may not be a knot in it, but I want the connection
Yeah.
to still be there, to know that there's, the call, because a lot of times ISIS would hold things, but because of our connection, I know when anybody that I deal with on a any energy basis, let's just say that, because it could be long term, short term, right now. We could have met just right now, and I'm feeling things. I know when stuff ain't right, and finally, like one day, she broke down and told me what's happening, because I kept saying, "How come you aren't sending any pictures or things that you're experiencing at away?" And I felt like, wow, she didn't call me. But what I was celebrating is that people that she was staying with saw what was going, and they handled it. That's why she didn't need to call me,
Ah.
because she had that nurture energy that was peeping what was going on, and they were able to step in and say, "Hey, wait a minute, we see that you're not being treated right," so they took care of her.
Mhm.
so
Oh,
I, so so when you lay the foundation and send the energy and ancestral protection with your babies, that comes automatically,
Yeah.
they'll take care of it.
Yeah.
right.
So I was feeling some kind of way, like, my daughter didn't come to me, but she didn't have to, because the creator provided for her.
Yes, yes.
So I have comfort in that. So I don't worry. I tell myself I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna send my child out and be afraid. She just started driving. Oh my God.
Right.
And you see a lot of parents joke about it. Oh no, and I'm like, why do we do that? Why do we put that energy on our babies? Even though with all this foolishness going on out here, like when I ride my bike, I just ask that, that my ancestors continue to be with me and
Yes,
to be with my
yes.
baby. And I ain't worried about it. When Isis was little, I got a, well, I can't show it. She has a mobile in her room of Africans. They're wrapped with straw or whatever, and I got that for her. She used to tell me, Mom, I'm scared, because I would see Isis talking to the spirits in the house. I know that there was
Okay.
energy in the house, because she was always looking. And so I told her, I said, first of all, there is no boogeyman. That we don't. There's nothing to be afraid of in this house ever. But I told her, I used to tickle her and tell her the tickle monster. So her tickle monster, the creator became the tickle monster. I said, if you're
Okay.
ever feeling some kind of way or whatever, remember how the tickle monster makes you feel. Close your eyes and go there. But I told her, you got your ancestors on this mobile, and they're always here. So no, no, everything's gonna be. You just step away, check
Yes.
in with spirit, and go on about your way. You don't have to dwell on none of this boogie, boogie, woogie, woogie stuff. We're
Right.
not doing. Ain't no such a thing.
Is there anyone else who wants to share? Because I wanna talk about how, even letting go, it could be a person, but it doesn't always have to be. It could be our things we have thought we need to be a part of or doing, that we need to let go of. It's not I'm coming with the words. I'm coming. I'm not using the other word, but I'm working on coming up with the word to describe to describe sometimes our visions, are not feeding us. We need to let those go, and go to something new. So, but before we move to the inanimate, is there someone want to share about a person or a family member or something?
Well, my daughter, let's see, did she turn 39? Yeah, 39. Ooh, ooh, I remember 21. I remember everything kind of moved naturally. It's I think it's she who doesn't want to let go of me.
Ah.
And she finally got me over here, but I really need I need a space out of this space.
Okay.
It's close, but not right in the house. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm working on my little studio in the back. So, but she it let's see. She didn't learn to drive until she was till later.
Okay.
And I just put it in God's hands because she rode around on her permit. I told her, I said, I'm not hanging out with you and your friends.
Right.
No. And she rode around on that permit for about a year or
Okay.
so. And her dad, we kind of lied and said, that she had the permit before she really had the permit. He brought her car up
Yeah.
here to her. It was his wife's former car, and we rode around on that thing for a long time. And so now it's like I don't have much of a problem, like RJ barely called me all summer.
Okay.
I don't think my feelings were really hurt, but it's like, dude, I've been with you since you got here. So
Right.
and he came, and it was a whole day before he had today. Yesterday was the day he had a meltdown because he was constipated. And so
Right.
I said, dude, you back in this house, you got two people who are working. You need to tone it down. We're not putting up with that this year.
Yeah.
And if we have to have more conversations with your dad, we will. Because
Yeah.
no, we're not doing that. And um, so yeah, it's more of them not letting go of me. And I was thinking back to when she got in a relationship with Richard.
Um,
We, I have never had relationships around her, men coming
okay.
around her. I
Yeah.
never did that. And so we weren't ready for the manipulation because you meet people where they are. We thought, his mother was a terrible person and all this other stuff. And then I found out later, I peeped him out once RJ got here. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
he was supposed to go away to the Peace Corps and whatever. And he just was always, oh, it's too hot. It's too cold.
Oh,
Do this,
goodness.
let's do that. And it's like,
Yeah.
so when she moved out on her own, which that was just God just moving, he moved her out on her own in her own place. I was barely over here because I didn't like
Yeah.
the energy. And so she had to go through that. She had to go
Yeah.
through that manipulation to say, oh, I ain't putting up with that
All
shit.
right. Good for her. Good for her.
So yeah, she learned her lesson, and it was 2 years before after she kicked him out the house. It was 2 years before she had any verbal communication with him because so she still has some healing to do, but
Yeah.
mm, she's coming to her own about relationships and stuff. So
Well, good.
like,
Good. Yeah, we definitely go through learning lessons. So.
yeah. But I'm trying to cut that straight, not cut it, but more room. Give me more room.
What's really important is that we have to remember, even though it is our child, we still, it's good to remember your own so that you can help them work through or know to work through situations.
Right.
You know, a lot of times we don't want to share. You don't want to share too much. You don't want to overshare. But I was very honest with Isis about some things. You know, I had to, just tell her, some truth, so
Right.
that just so she'll know the possibilities out there.
Yeah.
My thing with her about relationships, I'm married to her father. We are a working couple partnership, and just her seeing that dynamic. But I also share with her that relationships, I used to tell her, don't be in a thing with a person. You need to have friends so that you can come and go as you please. Because my mom was like, a young man bought me a stretchy, look like chiclet bracelet back in the day.
Uh-huh.
And she said, you take that right back down because he's going to think he owns you. And I was like, well, dang, wait a minute. It was this my gift, but you
Right.
don't. I marched it right on back down there.
Mhm.
And because my mother, when people buy you things, then they may think that they can have some say so over what things
Exactly.
you're doing. So she didn't want me to be dealing with that. And I didn't get it then because I was like, well, dang, I'm a Taurus. We like to have. That's our love language.
Right.
Anyway, I didn't know that then. I'm just saying. But
Yeah,
you want to be careful with messages that are sent. Because I
yeah.
used to tell, like, don't do nothing till you're 30. Just because I waited till I was 30 something. Wait till you're 30. You know.
Right.
But you just want them to have they need to know that we're real. I think in my lessons with myself and my child and my daughter, let her know that things are real that happen to people, so that
Yes.
it won't be the the surprise.
Mhm.
True that. True that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Mama Hat. You know, it's interesting too, because my son, oldest one, has a girlfriend down in Georgia. And I met her, and I really like the girl, but she seems more like a mama bear to my son. And it's interesting just to see how this thing plays itself out. It's like watching a movie. I'm waiting for the next scene, but it's nice. It's nice being able to watch it from afar.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard sometimes not to step into, sharing my thoughts about something. I'm like, you just stay back, stay back. I got to keep telling myself that. Let him go through what he needs to go through to learn too, because I taught him, about certain things. So he got to take heed, and I want to sit back and watch.
Mhm. Yeah. I just got a picture of my son. I don't know if y'all can see that.
We can see it, yes.
He's
Go
he's
ahead, Daddy.
yeah,
I know.
he's taking the little mama to I don't even I like to call her mama. Yeah, they do that. This is his
Oh,
first day of school.
nice.
And so my son has always been even when his cousins would come over, he would just share. There was two things you had to get permission. That was his G.I. Joe men
Okay.
and his Nintendo. You
Okay.
didn't have anything else after October when you go out and Halloween. He wasn't a candy eater, so they could come in and eat his candy and all that kind of stuff. But I tell you, the women that he has had the children by, it's like they didn't see how he is as a dad, as that. But on the other side, because I'm a woman as well, right?
Right.
I had to understand their positioning of him not having the wherewithal to do the money thing.
Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I let him know that I'm on both. I'm understanding that, but to see, because he's always been a very nurturing type of person.
Yes.
And he's always been a gentle, he's always listened to what you had to say. So a woman
Yes.
would want that, and I said, they say that you get the woman, the son goes after a woman that's like their mom.
It's
I was
mama.
like,
Yeah.
what is it? Maybe because they're strong, but those other things. I am a strong woman and they are strong women. So,
Right.
and then he's a person that listens, that they could just talk to and stuff.
Oh,
But
that's good.
I want to go where you, if it's okay, where you were talking about cutting the cords. And when I'm talking about cutting the cords, I'm talking about those controlling cords, those over anxious, over demanding, overwhelming, where it
Yes.
begins to hurt you as well, because you're not letting them do what they need to do for their own
Right.
life. You're not allowing them to seek God for themselves.
Yes.
You're not always wanting to be the answer or have the answer for them.
Right.
And I've had to I mean, even going through retiring, and giving up certain things around, because I have like 5 clients now, if that. Yeah, I think I have 5 clients, but I'm willingly giving up. But it had to come to where my hands were saying I can't take this anymore,
Right.
and then
Right.
having to give that up. But that, that hair business, that's some good money. If
Yeah,
you're
true.
good and you're a good hustler, that's some good money.
Right.
Okay, because one client can represent 500 and more.
That's true.
That day, every day I could make $500 or $1,000 and stuff. And to bring it down to where where I am now, as I'm rebuilding something different,
Right.
it's having to give that up. And even with the shop, to give up the control of how this needs to be, because I'm not there anymore.
Right.
So it needs to be their atmosphere, even with my still influence of that they look for, but really releasing that. I've even talked to the girls about, and my son, because he's part of it, about them giving up my ownership of it.
Right.
Because it doesn't make sense for them, because I trust them. They've been with me for years, that they not have ownership of that
Right.
part
Right.
of that, that we share, because I trust them. So on and so forth.
Mhm.
And I want the best for their family. And for somebody to work in a facility for 20 years and 20 years, is something that happened to them, and their family gets nothing from the rewards of that.
Right.
You
Right.
know, and so yeah, so that's one of those, you got to give it up. What? So you can party now.
Good for you. Good for you.
You got to give it up. So you can party, so you have more time for yourself, so
Right.
that you are also, so that you're showing them that I trust you.
True.
Yeah.
That I trust you with I trust my son to make decisions based on what I've put in him,
Right. That's
Yeah.
right.
And then if you, because I mean, I made some choices that my mama had to come get me out of,
Right.
so there it is. And then as they grow older and older, but like that picture right there, them children, they love Fame, and
Yeah.
when Fame would be ministering, when we was in the church as youth, everybody would get in line for Fame to pray for them. It
Aw.
was just who he is.
Yes.
Yes. And I know
You
that
named them right. You gave them the name, and there it is.
yeah. So, and speaking of name, right? Well, he's going to make himself famous and stuff. And I said, well, you can be famous by killing people. It don't mean that, you get that choice of what that fame means.
Yes, what it is.
Right.
Be famous for the wrong reason. So you have to watch that and not force it,
Right.
Yeah. But anyway.
But thank you for sharing, Queen. I'm really inspired by that. That's good.
Mhm.
Because somebody's here at the door. Okay.
Okay.
That's the
Okay, we
spirit.
got you.
That's spirit.
Well,
I'll go ahead and talk. There is the letting go that Deetra's talking about. Sometimes it is a position. I
yeah.
had been working with the board at the Detroit School Board from 95 to 2012. No, I don't know. Anyway, it was 18 years. And I began to have challenges with my mental and my spirit.
Mm.
And it had begun before then, but it really got prominent in 2012. It was 2012, 95 to 2012. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one particular meeting where the interim superintendent came. He said, if you want to have that house on the hill, send your child to college and drive that expensive car, you're going to have to deal with whatever this thing is. And when he said that, after knowing that this man has been a teacher in front of many levels of students coming to him for education, if that was his attitude, then I needed to get the hell out, because I'm watching as the concern that I grew up with of your behavior and how you conduct yourself. When these children in these schools are allowed to run amok, which they want them to do so that they can send them, the prison, the pipeline to go from school to the prison setup, because that is a real thing
Yeah.
for, I don't know, at least I know our community.
Yeah.
I'm watching as, give them this doctrine, but they can behave whatever, there's not enough staff to have people standing, but I'm watching the buffoonery and the foolishness of our youth in the hallway, and I can't allow it. I was not allowed to behave that way. So I had to go. People were like, oh my God, hell, what are you going to do? I said, I'm taking a walk in retirement. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do, but whatever, I'm going to do everything that I know how, and what I don't, I will learn. And I've been out here in these streets since 2012. I have had positions. I laugh because a lot of the positions that I've held, I didn't even have to have interviews for. My friends like, come on, come work. My ethic.
Yeah.
They just say,
Yes.
come work, hey, come on, hey, I need you to, I'm a muse or whatever, but I just have been blessed, or not blessed. I've been given baraka, which is abundance. That word was replaced in the Bible by the word blessed. The word is abundance. The word is baraka. I have been able to use the skills that I've learned on the different positions I've held, because I can't sit still, because I need to know, I want to learn how to do everything. I'm all over.
Right.
So I've been able to just use all these skills that I've been given or nurtured through by other people, my mother, just teaching, but knowing when to step the heck off, because
Yeah.
I
That's
worked in
right.
another
That's
position for
right.
6 years. And again, I volunteered the first year, and then the next time they were like, come on, Miss House, let's, we want you to work with us. Work with them. My body started aching. My body was telling me no more,
Mm-hmm.
because
Right.
I saw the foolishness happen. I can't do it. I can't work, but if I feel like I'm working with the demon, I got to go. That's
Ooh,
not my
way to
team.
pay attention. Way to pay
That's not my
attention.
team. If your body is aching and you at some position, you got to analyze and synthesize and break it down and see what it is.
Yeah.
First of all, source. Because when something ain't right, your body is going to tell you.
Yes, it will.
It's gonna
Yes, it
scream.
will. Yes,
Oh, I'm hurting. Let me coat it. No, okay, put your salve on, but okay, what side of the body is it? Because the first one, when I left the board, my mother got diagnosed with ALS the week after I quit.
Mm.
So I was available because I hung out with my mom. She moved in with my cousin. I was mad about that. But my cousin explained to me that God told her, that she told God, I'll take care of my cousin. All I know is I felt like she took my mother away from me. But I spent Monday and Tuesday with them too. So my space, knowing when to step off because something else was coming down the pipeline I had no knowledge of, but I was available to be there with my mom, to be
Yeah.
even though I needed to get some, I still got bills to pay. But I was able to be with her Monday to Tuesday.
oh,
And even though
beautiful,
it was a
beautiful.
challenge, my mom and I developed a new relationship. That was the best 2 years with my mom. Oh my God.
Isn't that
We
wonderful?
played
Ooh.
games. Life is busy. My mother would pencil me in 'cause my mama got stuff to do. If we made an appointment, my mother would pencil, because if a better opportunity, not that I'm not a better opportunity, But if a better opportunity come up, she's like, Angie, and I'm cool with that. But we got to spend some different time together. So I'm grateful. And I loved how, it was tough. It was tough on my family. It was tough and rough on me. But I am thankful for what I was able to gain in mother and daughter relationship with my mom.
Oh, that's wonderful. Ooh,
It was something. It was something.
Yeah.
wonderful sharing. Good, good, good.
Hey, Mama Awa. Grand Risings.
Grand Rising, Mama Hawa.
Rising, the loves. I'm listening to you. Can't show myself yet, but
Mhm.
I'm listening to you. You're talking about the body. I am soaking this body.
Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness, because it's beat up from working in the yard. But I feel you. I hear you.
Yeah.
So glad you're here.
Gotta listen to it.
Yeah, but that's very interesting, knowing when to let go of different things we have said that we are doing and that we should do. So sometimes we have to know when to let go. And just like Mama had said, our body will actually tell us too, that something's not right, and so we have to pay attention. And that's key. We're talking about health. Different things about our health are impacted by our decisions, our mind, our thoughts. So we have to be on top of everything. It's not just what we put in our mouth, but what we put in our eyes. What are we watching? What are we listening to? Everything goes in. What are we touching? So everything is important when it comes to our health, being healthy. So
The body has a beautiful language.
yes.
When I do my body work, that's the first thing I tap into with my clients, is to get them not to go away to the beach, not to, when I do massage or body work. And I was taught to make them feel relaxed, to make them go away in their mind to the beach. I say, no, you stay right here with me. I said, because your body is talking to you. This is a message for you. I am just a facilitator. But like you said, when the body speaks and we listen, we're being obedient. We're being obedient to the self. We're being obedient to our purpose, our cause. And that's just a hardship, because we don't listen. A lot of times you don't want to listen because it holds pain, or it holds, and you don't want to face it. When my husband transcended, speaking about your sons, I have two sons that were crippled by my husband giving them everything and doing everything. And they called on him for it. Car broke down. Dad, no problem. He'll pay for it. But when he transcended, I had to create the message like, hey, the crutches are down. You're on your own. It's time to learn. Yeah. It was funny. One night my son had called. It was like 12:30. Mom, my car stopped. And I said, okay. And he said, so I have to get it towed to the shop. Okay. I'm like, why and see, my sons are now in their 30s. Their father passed away 3 years. So they're just now stepping out in the world on their own, and they're doing well to learn.
Okay, good.
But you call me 12:30, I'm the mother. I'm not getting up and running no more. I told him, I said, well, why are you telling me this? And he got angry because he does that to his dad. And his dad would say, I'll call the tow truck driver. We'll get it fixed in the morning. How much is it? I told him, income and finances has changed. I said, you are men and it's time to grow. We taught you well to figure it out. And yes, he was angry, but it was his lesson to start thinking on his own. What is my next step? What am I going to do? It was hard because yes, the umbilical cord had to be severed, and I had to do it then. Otherwise, to this day, they still will be calling me for every little thing, and I'll be jumping and running.
Well,
And
it's
it's
good
like
for you to stand up, be able to stand up to that, to stand up to that.
I just felt like I saw this through the growth of my children, both boys. It was like other children wish they had a dad like their dad.
Yeah,
But,
I'm sure.
but for me, it was looking at stagnation of their growth,
Yes.
stagnation of making them men. And I used to say, boy, if I could run away with my boys and go back to Detroit, they be some men by now. But I have to give it to them. It
Yeah.
was how you say, shock therapy for both
Yeah.
of them. But I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
good.
have their struggles, but they're managing. And you're right, cutting the umbilical cord to their lives. It's like I got a little thin strand, but they're on their own.
Right. But
Yeah.
they know you're there if they really need you.
There
So.
you go. Like my mom used to say, she said, home is the base that I'll help you on your feet to get back out in the world.
Right, right. I love that. I love
That's a
that.
good one. That's a
My
good
mom, hey, my mom would let you know. My mom would let you know. Yeah, you can come home, but
Better run. Better run.
but it's your preparation to get back out there.
There
Put
you
your
go.
lessons,
Well,
put your lessons in the file cabinet so you can take them with you. Take your
There you go.
wonderful, wonderful. Good sharing, everyone. Good sharing.
I know what I had told my son, about greeting, I told my mom, I said, mama, that I hug you, I kiss you, but you don't do it back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, I've not been, I'm not, she knows that she's not that affectionate.
Right.
The stuff that she went through in her life, And I said, I'm okay, because I'm still gonna do it. But I just
Right.
wanted you to know that you don't give that back to me. I mean, she doesn't like come and do it like that.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
and then I told her, I said, but it's okay. I just wanted you to know that I know that you don't do that, and stuff like that. I told my son, when they come into the shop or come into the space, I said, I really, like a child, they want to see your face light up.
Yes. Yes.
Home. I make sure my grandchildren see, and the little people, that you
Yes.
see my face light up when you come in.
Yes.
That I stop what I'm doing and run over to you, or my hands are open wide and stuff. And I said, I know that you've grown and you've gone through all the things that you've gone through, with especially relationship with women and all that kind of stuff. I said, but it is important to me that we embrace each other when we see each other.
Yes.
It's true.
Important. It is my desire that happens to me. If you want to make me happy, do that. When you see me, know that I'm the one that you make sure you come and hug.
Yes. Yes.
So,
But that heals.
that's important to me.
That heals. Yes.
Yeah.
I was raised with mother, grandmother that were stern and strong, and I knew they loved me. But you're right. I didn't get hugged. When I would fall, my mom would say, "Get on up, dust yourself up, dust yourself off," and I'd be looking at her like, I just injured myself, and it was like a craving for affection. In my adult years, I had a reading, and the reader said, "You have to break the chain by hugging your mother, because it's in our breasts to nurture, and things." You'd be wondering where you get certain dis-ease and illnesses from. Is from the emotional body that holds and stores things.
Yes. Yes.
So when I was told that, when I went to Detroit, I went back home, and my mother would always open the door and greet you, but walk on. I
Mm-hmm.
ran and I gave her a hug.
Mm-hmm.
It startled her. I could feel her stiffening up, like, what the heck? Get off me. What you doing?
Right, right.
But I hugged her.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time I saw her, and the first time I hugged her and I felt all that, I was like, wow, she is really resisting.
Yeah.
But they weren't used to doing that. You know,
Exactly.
my
Yeah.
mother used to say, you be a lion or be a lamb. You know, in this world, you got to be that lion.
Yeah.
But a lion likes to be cuddled and hugged.
Yes.
And so, yeah, so I kind of broke the spell because my daughter, she's not affectionate like that either. But I
Okay.
will hug her anyway, and you can feel her standoffish. My grandchildren, you're right, Queen Aduni. When I see my grandchildren, I I hug everybody. I give hugs and I give kisses. It is
Right.
my healing as well, and I'm
Yeah.
breaking that change, that stagnated something right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was just reading about what is love in the Soratarian and the Sora set. It is now Mayat, and Mayat is love, not the lust, not the affection, not the sex. It's a universal love. But
Yes. Yes.
did we ever have a class in it? Have we ever sat in a classroom that taught love?
No.
Do you really know what love really is? You know, what is love? We have plowed through the times of our life thinking that, okay, this is love, that's love, but what really is love?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when I first met Philip. I'm an amazing woman, okay? In all areas, okay? And
Yes.
so I would Philip was staying with his brother and his woman and the children and stuff. So Philip had a room and I was like working. I'm like you, Mama Heb. I do anything, you know what? Okay, and I was so I could make some money doing this, and it was friends, and it was at night, and they had a like an after party and stuff, and so they needed somebody to, to serve them. So I would leave Fame there with them, and when I would come in the morning, and Fame would come running out to me. I'm coming through and I'm going to the back where the kitchen is and where his room, Philip's room is. And so when I get there, Philip is hugging me and stuff, and Fame is right there like 1 years old, 2 years old, he's in there and he's just jumping all over mommy and stuff like that. And then Philip, he's allowing it to happen, right? But then after a minute, it was like, okay, all right, you can go on out. And I had to stop Philip. I said, oh no, I need him as much as he needs me.
Right. Yes. Yes.
You could leave me. He will always be there.
Yes.
So you don't push him away because now you want me to all to yourself. No, I need my son. I need his love as my baby, just as much as you want my love too.
Right.
Yeah. So, those little things are so super important.
They are.
Last month, I told Fame, early in the month, and I said, I would really appreciate if we could have a day, mama and son.
Yes.
That we have a date. We do something once a month, just the two of us.
Oh, nice.
And we went to dinner. I mean, he was on top of it, he was on top of it, in the date and stuff. So we went to dinner. And then when we was leaving, we was coming home and I was about to get out of the car. He said, well, wait, let's set the next one. I was like, okay.
Oh, nice.
I pulled it out, and he picked the date and stuff, and then so as I'm getting out the car, I said, and let's do something different, So in other words, we're not going to just have dinner every time.
Right.
And so he said, oh yeah. And I said, yeah, let's go skating or something like that. He said, that's what he said. He said, ooh, like, oh. So let's go skating. Let's do something different. Because when I was in charge, we did different things,
Yes, yes,
different,
yes.
different fun things, going and discovering things. And one time he took me on a place on Belle Isle that he goes and he walks. And so we just walked there, and I was able to share part of his life, that I didn't create, that he had created. And
Yes.
so those moments are they're beautiful. And when it's not happening, because in it, like with my great niece, with my niece, no, that would be my great niece. She's also my goddaughter. And there was some friction in time that some things happen. And sometimes you don't know why they distance themselves, because they won't be upfront with you. And for whatever those reasons, it might be you're so authoritative and you're not going to listen, or whatever they have in their mind, and what all
Exactly.
of that. So just even having to give that up, to cut that string, to let that create whatever it's going to be,
right,
and be all right, and be grace in the midst of it, to let them mature, and to go inside and do some research about yourself as to what this could possibly be.
Right.
And then I give up past that. If I've asked for forgiveness or whatever, and you won't really share what it is and stuff, I had to just give all that up. That's another string you have to just let go and let God.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. But yeah. Sometimes you got to give up a house that you love. The house.
Exactly. Right.
Oh man, I would sit and tell God, I said, I love this house. I love
right.
it. Right. And then I had to give that up. You had to cut that cord and downsize and live in the world that the right now.
Exactly.
What's
Exactly. And
right
sometimes we can let some things go, and something better is waiting for you, and right around the corner, you're going to experience something even better. But you wouldn't be able to experience it if you didn't let that other thing go, It didn't have room to reveal itself.
That's true. That's true.
Yep. I had to let California go, because otherwise I'd probably be dead by now. Or I would have killed the guy,
Oh wow.
I need to it was a love of my life, and he was acting crazy and thought that I wanted a life of fighting, and I had to okay, I got to move and get out of here.
Right.
That was definitely a cord that I had to cut.
There you go. That's right. Well, good you did it. I'm glad we have you. Yay. Yeah, but this has been a good conversation. Because truly this is a part of our lives. We always, we're growing, but we have to let some stuff go to move to the next level.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be ongoing, so it's just interesting when I think about just being an observer of my life, and just, looking at the screen, the movie that's being played, and who are my characters? What's the theme of my movie? What's happening today?
What episode are we?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Are we on rewind? So wait, I think that happened before. Wait, are we reliving this again?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Now, really?
Yeah. So think of this. When you said your own movie, you have written and produced the movie.
Yes.
It is now playing on the big screen. You are selling the tickets at the box office.
Right.
You are selling the things at the concession stand. You are the usher. You are running the video, and you are also sitting in the audience.
Yes. There you go. Right. Yeah. Master of a lot of parts here.
You
I
win.
like that visual.
You win. Regardless. You win.
Right. Yeah, and I have the power to determine the theme. I could say, how do I want this to go? And I have choices, of who I want to be in it, if I'm gonna participate in some drama that somebody wants to bring, that I don't want to participate. I don't have to,
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Rewrite that. Rewrite.
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah, cut. I don't know what the thing is, when you cut the scene and do it over.
Yeah. You're right.
Yep.
That's
So
beautiful. Mama
Mama
Awa?
Head, I don't know where she went, but
Yes, you're. I want to ask you about coming out there.
coming to my house.
No, Mama Awa.
Oh, Mama.
Oh,
Out there.
Awa.
okay.
Awa.
Okay.
Yeah. We were thinking about coming out, like Friday,
Okay.
and so that we get rest and stuff, and in particular, well, all of us, but in particular, Nawili can get rest. We can just have some time to just, chill out.
No problem.
No, okay, that's no problem.
No
Okay,
problem.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we get to play in your backyard and
Oh
stuff.
my goodness.
Bit more,
Yes,
walk
yes.
around and see everything instead of just rushing in and rushing back out.
That sound like a plan. That
Mm.
sound like a plan. I am so elated that I don't know how to stop cleaning. But that's just my mother's spirit. She's on me. She's not, she's always with me in the physical, in the spiritual, and she be working me.
I hear you.
Don't do no
Deetra,
remodeling.
Deetra, are you going to be able to go?
And what date is? I'm sorry, I don't even know the
It
date.
is September the 24th. That's a Saturday.
Okay, yeah, my birthday is the 26th, so that's great.
Mm-hmm. So,
What city are you in, Deetra? Where are you
I'm
at?
in South St. Clair Shores.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Good.
Okay.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yep, I just need a number on like how many folks to accommodate in a sense. So.
Well, they're letting me know who can't go. They are in communication. So.
You
Okay.
getting a van, right? Is it a van or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point, it's a 15 passenger van.
Okay.
Van. And but if we don't need that, then it might be, if there's 7 people, then we'll do, I'll just change that. But
Okay,
right
and so
now,
you're gonna stay for 2 days?
yeah, we go down Friday. The event is Saturday, and we come back, when we wake up Sunday, we come on back.
Okay,
All
good.
right.
Well, let me talk to my
Okay.
husband and I'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
girls road trip.
Ooh,
I know, isn't that neat?
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's to Indiana, right?
Yeah, Indianapolis, Indiana. Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
like a 4-hour. It's like a 4.5. I just say 4.5-hour trip.
Okay,
Yeah.
like going to Chicago almost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, good. I'll let you know, Queen.
Okay. What are you gonna say, Mama Evelyn?
Oh, I was just gonna say that's the retreat weekend for the listening partners. So
Mhm.
yeah, it'll be.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
There'll be plenty more.
Yeah, we
Yes.
feel it in spirit. Yeah.
So, Queen, we have a meeting tonight, right?
Yeah. I really have I have laid out the Elizabeth Visionary Conference for November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be amazing. I got it all, how it's going to work out and stuff. We will be doing and Mama Evelyn and some of the other ones that are always here, you're not in the group when on the team meeting about the things, but I'll let you know when those times are where we do need you to come in, those that are founding members, I'll say it.
Okay.
And I wanted to know if you want to update on the to-dos from our last meeting. Like I was going to do research on podcasts,
Yeah.
And I think Mama Nawili was gonna research companies that will do marketing promo items. So I didn't know if we were gonna do any business stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
updates.
What was I supposed to do?
Queen Aduni will connect with Dietrich regarding editing and snipping portions of the calls. We were
Oh.
supposed to do that. We haven't did it yet.
I think one of the things that I really got to get is us back onto Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, I paid somebody $75 to hook up last time, and
Oh,
I've asked someone, I won't even say who, but I've asked someone if they could figure that out, how to get it
okay.
back on, and that hasn't come through yet.
Okay.
And it just takes too much. It's too mind-boggling
Yes.
when I'm trying to figure that out. You know, you got to go here and there, YouTube, now go back over here. Well, I don't see that and stuff. So I'm just looking
Right.
for someone who can just handle that for us all the time without me having to pay that much every time.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
to do that. Or maybe because sometimes they're doing one particular thing, they're fixing that, but when something breaks down, it's not that, it's within that.
Yes.
But you have to approach it in a different way because another part of it. Anyway,
I understand. Yeah.
So yeah, we will definitely go over where we are with it.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good.
What
Good.
have we accomplished? And you know, the snipping and all that kind of stuff, I'm still learning that. I think sometimes we just have to bring somebody who can show us how to do it, and then we take it on, you know.
Okay, I hear you.
But
I
the
hear
blind leading the blind.
you. Right, because I do want to learn it. So I'm going to talk to my son again, and we're going to have us a business meeting where he's going to show me how to do all of that, you know, what he does and bring his money in, you know, all that. He's going to show me how to get different companies to pay you to be a part of your show, and he does it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, we got a lot to learn and a lot to do. Yes. And we do have to make a final decision about February, where we're going to go. I know we said Jamaica, right? Was we saying Jamaica or something? But everybody has to get a passport. And I don't know if this is the time and how long it takes to get a passport. If maybe our first adventure should be somewhere in the United States where it is easy for us to get to where that is, as long as it's warm.
Yeah, I think that would be
February. It's got to be warm,
right? Because I think when you're going out of the country, you have to be vaccinated, and I did not participate in that. So
it depends. It depends.
Not necessarily.
It depends on where you're going. You don't
Okay.
necessarily, some places you don't have to be, but some places still may have that quarantine type.
Right.
Yeah, where you spend or 2 or 3 days before actually going into the country. I don't know, because I'm checking too, because it's time for me to go back to Ghana. But
that's right. Okay.
But this is a preparation to get we should have a passport anyway.
Yeah,
I have mine. Yeah.
Get it now, get it now, get it now.
I know, because you don't know what this US is going through.
It's a funny thing with this vaccinations, because I have people telling me, you know, vaccinated people tell me that you have to be, and then I see my friends that I know that are not, that are going places. Now, Canada, I know you have to be to go there. You gotta be to go there.
Okay.
So,
go across the right over here.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, they not, Canada wasn't playing with that. They was on that. But yeah, but it'll probably be different, because there are things coming out that that I knew that were going to be, because I was watching and paying attention.
Yeah.
But butter up, you know. Anyway.
So yeah, we need to you know, make that consideration for everybody. Yeah. And just keep it simple. It'll be, and the next year we can go to out of the country, you know.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan. Yep.
Now, choosing where that is another thing. Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
February. Hey, out west
I do not
somewhere.
want to go to Las Vegas. So I'm gonna tell you that now.
Let me tell you, I was partly raised there. I do not want to go to Las Vegas. I'm always there. And to me, it's like a dusty old place that with a lot of bling bling noise that it does not have a spiritual essence. That's one reason why I go visit my son and family and sisters and brothers, and they trying to get me to move back there.
Oh
But
no.
it does not have that spiritual essence for me. I'm just saying for me,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And all the love goes to the strip and around the strip to beautify for the tourists. It's nothing but based on tourists. The people that live there is like they're just like second class citizens.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Really,
in a lot
really
of
the
different
government and
places,
everything
like
is so neglected there because everything is put into the
tourism.
activity on the strip.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I
Where do
want
you
to
go
go
to
to
get a
the Grand
passport?
Canyon as an adult.
You want to go where?
Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I
Oh,
went there a few years
As an
ago.
adult, I've been as a child, but I want to go there as an adult. That's one of my
Yes.
places that I want to
I
visit.
want to go back into the mountains of Sedona.
Now that sounds like a plan right there.
Right.
where is
You
that?
It's in Arizona. Is
Oh, okay.
Sedona is up into the mountain, and it's funny traveling through to get to that spot. It could be July, and you will see snow and rain off the mountains, and then the next 15 minutes you're out of it. It's just so scenic.
Mm-hmm.
And then to get up there to it has certain vortexes of energy, and it's just like where the Native American ancestral grounds, and the turquoise there and silver is so cheap. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I would love that.
That's why
Oh,
I say
yeah.
if you're into crystals and stones, that's the place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So yeah. In 2018, I went to New Mexico. So that
Yeah.
was, I think we were supposed to go to different, but I was only there 9 days. But yeah, coming through the mountains on the train. I kept
Woo,
snapping and snapping and
that'd be nice. Train ride would be dope. I love the
I
train,
really
baby.
like it. I really liked it. I
Yeah.
liked it on the train. I didn't like going into the station and getting off, but I liked traveling on this, I like traveling.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a pillow, blanket. I didn't have any of those things, but it was okay. It was summertime, so
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's
yeah.
good.
So, Mama Evelyn, you were asking something about the passport because I know we have a station here. We have a passport space here for in Detroit, downtown, and on Fort and something, I think it is. So,
Oh,
Fourth
okay.
Street.
get that happening. We can get that ball rolling. You get the paperwork from the post office and
Okay.
fill it out, and get it done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That'll be
I
one
should
of
get
our
one.
homework assignments. Passport.
That's true. That's true. That should be a homework assignment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you
I
never
should
know
get one.
when you got to exit. You never know. What if you had to exit? Where would you go? Where would you go?
So I get one for RJ, and we get one for RJ, and all of us get one. Yeah, as a family, get one.
Let's see. I have to see how many years I got on mine.
Yeah, mine is 20.
I think it's 10 years, but I got 27 is when I had to get it redone.
Mm-hmm.
Right, y'all. Oh my goodness, what a great day. What a great day. We gotta be our own sunshine today because these 3 days of this here cloudy thing is
I know, right? Yeah.
Sun came out a little bit yesterday over here.
yeah, it came out late in the evening, but I was in the house all day yesterday. I got some rest. I was tired.
Mm-hmm.
Now Wheelie got sun. Look at her sunshine. Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad.
Yeah. Well, my queens, I missed it yesterday, but I did enjoy a little extra rest.
Oh, yeah.
I thought about every single one of y'all all through the day.
Aw.
And tomorrow, oh yeah, Mama Awa and Ayaba.
Yes, we're concluding the chakra series with and I think it's really important to talk about ajna. That's the study of the third eye, the intuitive eye, and how to utilize it, activate it, and make it work for you.
Okay.
And hey, and whatever else the queen made, is sometimes it's just like, hey, wait a minute, that wasn't even part of the script, but
I
that
know,
was
right?
spirit.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right.
it's like that a lot. I be up, I have all like 13 pages, I have all these notes, I have all this stuff that she doesn't say. Write that down so we can remember this. Da 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 da. And then when it's time, I say, you know what, we didn't use a darn
Right.
but it's all in divine order,
It
and
is.
it's totally spirit. When she gets into her spirit, I just appreciate and sit back and enjoy the lesson, because believe me, I know her for decades, but when that certain spirit speak, it's like hush and let her
That's
talk.
right.
That's right. It's a lesson to behold.
Yeah, I really paid attention when you all were here in my home, and thank you for blessing my home. When you were here and all of a sudden you were watching her and you called her outside.
Oh,
because you were watching her and you could see it happening. You could see her changing. You can see, when the spirit was starting to get all over her and stuff.
Right.
You took her outside.
I'm the icebreaker. Yeah, I'm the icebreaker. Yeah.
And
So
she said, yes, she knows me. She knows me. She knows me, and that's
nice.
wonderful to have people. That's why I say to you guys, I want us to know one another. So when somebody come with some bullshit, we
already know how to put up our armor. We already know what to do. We already know how to, and that's that. If you can create that link and chain, that put strength in our work against what's going on in this universe.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Okay, I just have a quick share. I didn't sleep well last night. Someone called me at 1:00 to say I forgot to call them 2 days ago to wish them happy birthday. At 4:00, I was still 5:00, I was still up. And what I ended up watching was surprise proposals and surprises that people surprise people by flash mob dancings and then presenting them with something they want to tell them. So the revelation I had, and I just want to share it with you guys, was about relationships. And the revelation was, when I do my 70th celebration in Los Angeles, the first half an hour, I know y'all have seen that art performance where she sits at the table. So I'm going to open my soul for a half an hour, for everybody a minute to do that. Only a half an hour, because then I'm gonna have to cleanse to be able to party. So the other thing, the revelation I had was, because I'm inviting a lot of my former people I dated. And what I got was to bring them forth at the party and honor them and thank them for bringing me the gift of growth through the relationships with them. And it was so clear at 3:30, 4:00 this morning that I didn't write it down, but that I have it on my heart so wonderfully. And it made me so joyous when I did get up and, get out walking. And it was just so clear. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. You know how we get those downloads. Oh, thank you, sis.
That's how you get there, baby. That's how you get there. That's how you get there.
Yeah. Yeah, the lessons that come with blessings. Yeah, so it was so beautiful because each one I want to say what the gift is they gave me. And yeah, so I'm going to be writing and working on that between now and December. Oh yeah, thank you guys for letting me share that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you
Not
for
really.
sharing.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
I'm
not
grateful
really.
to have had relationships that helped grow me. I could still call and meet with any of my former
Yeah.
um, energy exchanges partners
I love it. Energy
for
exchange.
whatever level they were. I was
Right.
watching. There's a young lady on YouTube. I gotta flip this. Same line, so to speak. And she and her partner were talking about open relationships, and they define them as, uh, you know, exchanging energy with people, and it's not necessarily always physical and sexual. Like
Mhm.
we have like workplace husbands and maybe people that we
Yes.
party with, and they're there because my husband, he's kind of burnt out on the whole party scene, but he loves to DJ. So I have partners that I have that, when I go party, these are my dance buddies, because and you have workplace husbands, you have coworkers, college, who are study partners, whatever. We have different relationships, very sometimes spiritual and conscious relationships that are not that are just they are relationships, and them mentioning that as a couple was something very profound for me. I was like, wow, they kind of speak a language that Haru and I have. And this young lady is also teaching women, exploring their sexuality and even a relationship with self. Her videos are very tactful, uh, and they are very beautiful. So I want to share her page with you all. I just really enjoyed listening to her talking about different aspects of our physicalness, our physical being as women, and energy.
And you know what? You're not really assigned to one man. You
No,
know, you have your partner, your your life partner, but there's others that come into play
that's
to
mhm.
be beneficial or to serve you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
for sure.
That's why I say I don't even look at it as gender. You
Yeah,
look at it as that person.
Yeah.
because they're in your life
Mhm.
for a reason. You're in theirs
There,
and they're in yours.
there
Because
you go. There you
when we
go.
come, when we have a relationship, b- all the parties are bringing their family, their siblings, friendships. Are you to cut that off?
I know
I
for
don't
for that
understand
thing
all
called
of this.
emotion.
Yeah,
For the,
I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know because they help you get through other situations and situations.
Right.
With other people. They help with your children.
Yeah.
I was laughing because like I said, I have a young man that I was really close to. We weren't physical, but I've seen Isis express some of those energies because we shared space and time. And I
Mhm.
see that energy coming out in my daughter or me. You know what I'm saying? All of those things contributed to your being and your essence. And it's a beautiful thing because I've met a lot of Haru's former partners in whatever capacity they were in, and it was important for me to meet them because that lets me know the character.
Mhm.
True.
I mean, that
That's
was
true.
important for me.
Mm-hmm.
And one other thing that was really funny is that I realized yesterday. Well, I realized it some time ago, but any experience of energy, physical energy that you've exchanged, it kind of comes through when you're in a good moment with a partner. All of that loveliness, just you think about it.
Right.
Especially if the exchanges were positive and growing. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all of this stuff is connected. There's no separation and division. So, Nawila, you saying that you wanted to bring them. I've had a party where I had a few lovers there, and it was beautiful. And even having
Mhm.
the death of a lover that was something. Who was very supportive during that because I was messed up for a month. It was
Mm-hmm.
something. It,
Yeah.
it every relationship is different, and when people um, move on to the next station in life, if you will, because there is no death. I don't see death anymore. My mother kind of opened up that that plane for me. But
Mm.
they were all important in some way, for your lesson file cabinet,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know when Philip came into our lives, when Christmas or the holidays would come, and especially for Christmas, Guy, his father, would come over and spend the night with us and wake up so he would be with his son,
Right.
and he's a bass player, so they would, play,
Damn
play
session.
the
You see what I'm
jam and
saying?
all that kind of stuff. And it was,
Damn.
and he never dogged him, or likewise, there was the respect, because that was what it was going to be. There was no, no, that was what, because of who I am. Queen Ayaba asked me, she said, so what do you see, how does she put it, like the personality of Elizabeth? And I said, it would be mine. All of you are like me, the different essences of me, because it came out of me. And like at the shop, there's a spirit, there's a presence in my shop that when you come in there, that's what it is. It's me. It's my family. It's my mama. It's that. And I used to have a sign, be responsible for the energy that you bring.
Okay, all right.
Like that. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
so
remember
when
that.
people come in, that's what we want them to feel. And so, yeah, Elizabeth is about people who think like me. We're the same. We give love the same way. And you saw when it showed up in a different way, some of you experienced how quickly it was like, even, but yeah, Guy was welcome, because that relationship with his father, the father's son, and the relationship of the mother and the father of the child.
Right.
It's got to be like that. And yeah, it's you. You go into a squeaky clean building, and it's the leader. It's how they created it and stuff. So when, as I want to say this one thing, even as things got that we were going to be in a bigger space, and I asked the spirit, I said, so how? Okay, that's more space. We're in a small space, right? In the big space, how do I still keep that same spirit in there? Right? Yeah. So who I select to come in, we have to have that same spirit. The goal is still the same: to love, to share, to give grace, to be forgiving, all of that, freedom of creativity, all of that has to be but on a bigger scale.
Right.
So everybody has to be from that, so that
that's that spiral.
you feel, you feel it when you come in. Oh yeah, this is Sheila's. Yeah, this is Queen. This Queen I do. That's that Everett spirit in here.
Round and round we go.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've seen when people walk in and they have a very strong spirit, when they walk in, and it can be either one way or the other. One way or the other.
I remember I popped in one day to say hi, and you weren't there, and I believe there was a young man, a young lady. They were the first two stations to the left. When I popped in, I said, hi. I said, is Queen Aduni? I gotta get my words together. Is Queen Aduni here? And they were like, she's not here. I said, well, just tell her stop by, and they were like, okay. Because they looked. And I was like, hey. But whenever I go past places where I know my people, I have to go stop in and leave a little glitter. You gotta leave a little glitter.
That's right.
I like that.
That's right. That's
glitter is the
energy
essence.
was good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the essence that is welcoming you to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give an example. I found a new girl to give me a pedicure here. It was first time going to her, and to find her, yes, through traffic, I was late, and the greeting that I got, I wanted to get back in the car and drive away.
Yeah.
Because she was like, this cutting into your time, and da-da-da. That's what I was greeted with.
Yes.
So I looked at her because I know of her through her family. That's why I tried to give her a chance. And so I said, do I get forgiveness for the first time, my error of the first time? Her energy was so revved up about me being, I don't know, I think I was like 7 minutes late, cutting in the time, that I said, okay, I'm here. I sat down and she was raving about, the time and being on time, that she sat in her chair and she fell. She fell off her
Oh,
seat. And so I just looked at her. I said, well, if you take all that down, I said, you be okay. I said, because if I'm cutting into your time, apparently I don't need to be here.
Mm-hmm.
The bull part of this tour is wanting to, but I'm telling you, my lessons through the Sourcet and Mama Queen Ayaba is like, no, how would you handle this? So calmly, I just sat there and I said, well, apparently that I'm dipping into your time. We can reschedule. No, you're here. And she did an excellent, wonderful, beautiful job.
Mm-hmm.
But my spirit is, do I want to go back into that energy?
Yeah.
right.
I just got a thing. I got a thing though, Mama Howard. Now, when she addressed the time that she said that you're cutting in, she was saying you cut into her time or into your time, because
She was
I kind of go ahead.
No, she was just saying that she says, I don't do lateness. And it's, she said, like my services would be less. She was
Uh-huh.
just raving on and on so much that I just clicked it off and said, hey, do I get a first time pass? The first time coming to you, trying to find a place? I had to get through traffic. The GPS was, you know. So I just said, do I get a grace for being late the first time? I said, if this was a pattern or habit, then I can understand this lashing, you know.
She took another 7 minutes off for the fussing, and then Spirit checked her ass and put her in the flow right quick.
Well, sometimes what you don't do, and I'm learning to keep it calm, because people expect us as African, they expect us to go off and rave. And so I just sat there because it seemed like something clicks in with me, not something, I have to call it. Spirit clips into me and like, you ain't going there with her. Because there's a side of me that, yeah, come on with it. Come on. But it's like, cut it off. So I just sat there calmly and let her go on and on and on. And Spirit already took care of that, because she sat on her roll chair and fell off the chair. And I just watched her go through all this performance about me being late. And I just sat there, and it's just like I said, well, if you bring the energy down, then you'd be able to do what you're supposed to be doing in enough time.
Well, good comeback. Right. That was great.
Yeah.
Because he goes some more time being wasted right here with you.
Yeah, that was the time to go through all that. I had to laugh because I was thinking about, now it's 12 after. Now it's 15 after. And we still ain't got started.
She touch your toes, though. We don't want her touching your toes with all that energy.
And that's what that's the way I sat and felt. And I kept saying to myself, oh my goodness, I'm letting her touch me. I'm going to have to smudge. I said, but I'm here. The spiritual part was like, the physical part was like, well, I'm here. I'm going to let her do this time. And she did. She took time. She did a wonderful job. But my spirit is like, do I want to go back in that atmosphere? If it's not welcome, huh?
Does she get another chance?
That's it. Do she get another chance? Yeah, I could find somebody else that it will do a wonderful job too. But it's all about energy. It's all about presentation. When I have folks come and they're late, I look at it like I'm not ready. I could still be doing something else because apparently I'm not ready for you. But if you get too late, then before you even get there, I just let you know that
You have to
I'll see you
reschedule.
next time because
Right.
apparently it wasn't meant for us to do what we had to do today.
Right,
It's a
right,
way to do everything.
right.
Mhm.
And I was
Teaching
like,
and lesson at the same time.
whoo. I thought about her and I said, whoo. It's like, hey, get it off.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So
that's it.
just all
That's
that.
it. Yeah,
No,
we
I'm
get
just
it.
saying with all that reference to your beauty school, that's what you want. You want when somebody comes through the doors to feel the essence of welcoming and greetings, and this is how we roll. And
Yeah.
it will drop the guard of those that come through the door with all that. How you said, leave the attitude at the door?
Right.
Mhm.
Because you
Mhm.
know, GPS will give you an attitude. GPS will give you a nice little attitude. And driving, I remember when I was pregnant and I had to go to a stress test, and I drove there. Driving will give you an attitude.
Yeah.
The energy of the other people in the other cars is some humdinger.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So you're already carrying that energy.
so all of that, it was a whole lot going on, and so that's why I tell people, that's why I've moved into they said, I think there was a meme and it says, instead of saying, I'm late, saying thank you for holding space for me, or knowing that a lot of times, sometimes it's spirit that's not letting you get to a place at a certain time because of whatever
Yes.
protection or keeping you from
Yes.
something else happening.
That's
So,
right.
we have to be open for all of this. But the one main thing about it is the lessons. That young lady could have been, it drilled in her mind, people need to be on time because, sometimes some people be late and don't show up. And so now your pocket is bothered. That's why people are starting to ask for deposits.
Yep.
Because you never know what's happened. It's something that's happened to keep me from being here at this moment. But, and then my mother would have told me something like this. My mama would have said, well, you knew you had to be there at such and such a time. Did you leave in enough time to get there? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no. Well, I know me. I'm just saying. This is just my scenario.
Mhm.
But like I said, sometimes spirit will hold you up because
Yes,
something
because
else is
I
going
did leave in enough time. I left in enough time. But all
that
the who out there, I left in plenty time.
right.
And first time finding this place and weaving because she wasn't on a visible street, in a commercial area. So to find all that is just it's just presentation is everything with me.
That's right.
You know,
Right.
I can feel you. I just watched her. When I pulled up, it was like getting ready, you know.
She probably wasn't ready. She probably wasn't ready either. Them 7 minutes, baby. Them 7 minutes.
Yep, yep. Mm.
Learn.
Queens, it's 22 after.
Oh.
Wow.
And it's been wonderful as usual. Again, it was so wonderful. I love those exercises that you had us to do as well this morning.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Those
Yes.
in the car. You can do those in the car, in the bed before you go to bed.
Yeah, because I could definitely feel this right here. So anyway, you have a wonderful day.
You
You
too.
are the sunshine. You
Yeah.
are the sunshine.
In my life.
You are the sunshine.
Well, peace and love, family.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Yes, and hug the world. They so want it. They so need it. We all need it. And have a wonderful day.
Make
You
it
too.
magic. Make it magic Wednesday tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
Hey, I don't.
yes.
Hey, you know what? I don't even know. I'd be surprised like you. I think I know, but I don't even know. See you tomorrow. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Yeah.